morning, first grade and first grade families. If you do not know me, my name is Miss Puccetti. I'm one of the first grade teachers at CPL. I am going to be here every week on this YouTube channel to go over the ELA, so the reading packets for first grade. So I will read the stories out loud that you guys can follow along with me, and then read the questions so we can do it all together. Before I start, I just want to say that we miss you. We love you all so much. We wish we were at school learning with you guys. And we are doing our best to make sure that we can keep learning even when we're at home. And the teachers have a lot of resources. So we have a lot of things that you guys can do online. If you want a way to read books on your iPad, if you want extra math to do, your teachers have that for you. So we are here for you guys, the families, the students. We want to do whatever we can to make this, unexpected circumstance as easy as it can for you guys. So all three first grade teachers have office hours every day from 10 a.m. to 12. So please call us if you need anything, because we are here to help you and we miss you and just want you to know that, we're here for you and we're in this together. Now, this is the packet for April 6th. So you either picked it up from the community center or the library or got it mailed to you. So there's going to be two stories. This video is just going to be the first story, and then I'm going to read the questions. So let's go down first to our table of contents. Remember, our table of contents tells us what page everything is on. So let's see. Our first story is called The Secret Life of Elvis. Let's go across and see what page it's on. Page 7. So we're going to make sure that we go to page 7 to start. But before we do that, we have this page here that's going to give us something to focus on, something to really think about when we're hearing our story. So I'm going to read it out loud. While I read it out loud, I'm going to move my cursor, see the thing moving all around the screen, to show what words I'm pointing to. So try and read it with me. Ready? Listen and learn. Asking questions. A key detail is an important piece of information. Asking and answering questions helps you notice key details. So we're going to be listening for key details in this story. Here are some questions you can ask about the key details in a story. Who are the characters? Now we know that the characters are the animals, the people, or the creatures in a story. So who are the characters? Where are the characters? Where are they? What are the characters doing? Think about, when are they doing this? Why are they doing this? Asking and answering questions about key details helps you understand how the parts of the story fit together. So when we read this first story, The Secret Life of Elvis, I want you to really think about, who are the characters and what are they doing? You ready? Okay, this is our cover, The Secret Life of Elvis by Molly Leonard. Look at this picture. If this is Elvis the dog, what does it look like he's thinking about? Make a prediction. What do you think this story is going to be? Either tell me or tell the person next to you, what do you think this story is going to be about? I think this story. Okay, you ready to see if you're right? Okay, remember, while I read, I'm going to use my cursor, the thing moving around the screen, to show you what word I'm reading. I want you to do the same thing with your finger. You ready? Let's begin. People think it is so easy to be a dog. They scratch my head and say, Elvis, your life is so easy. Boy, are they wrong. Being a dog is hard work. I don't like what I do every day. I just can't do it anymore. How does Elvis feel about being a dog? Okay, next page, ready? I wake up on a cold, hard floor every day. I eat dry dog food for breakfast. Yuck. Then I have to drag myself out the door to chase the mailman. I do not want to chase the mailman. He is a nice guy. He scratches my belly. He feeds me bananas. So think about this. Does Elvis like being a dog? What is he doing in this story? What is he telling us? Ready? What are the key details? What is he telling us about if he likes being a dog? Okay, next page. What do I do next? I hide in a closet. I am trying to cough up a hairball. Then I hear someone call, Elvis, come. And of course I come running. I see that someone has dropped some meatloaf. They want me to eat it off the floor. Gross. Think about this. Would you want to eat meatloaf off the floor? Look at this picture here. How does it look like Elvis is feeling? What do you think? Look at the meatloaf on the floor. Does it seem like he wants to eat it? Okay. Finally, I talked to my best friend Maxwell. What should I do? I ask him. Maxwell lives under the dishwasher. He is a mouse. He is also a painter. Today he is painting a banana. I say, I don't want to be a dog anymore, Maxwell. I have no time alone. The food stinks and people throw balls at me. So, what is Elvis's problem? Why is he upset? Ready? I know what you mean, Maxwell says as he paints. You have to do what makes you happy. That is why I paint beautiful fruit. It makes me happy. Other mice look for crumbs all day. That makes them happy. You have to do what makes you happy, Elvis. I think about this. Then I say, well, I like licking my paws. I like winding around people's feet so that they trip, and I love drinking milk. I've got it, Maxwell cries. It sounds like you have spent too much time being a dog. Why don't you try being a cat? The end. That is the end of our story. So think about this. What was Elvis's problem? Why was he not happy? And what advice did his friend give? What did his friend say? Okay, you ready to answer some of our questions? So you can use a marker, a pen, a pencil, whatever you have. But when you think you know the answer, I want you to circle it in your packet. You ready? Put your finger on question 1. Which character is telling this story? Is it this guy, this boy, this dog, or this guy? So when it says telling the story, it means who is the one telling it to us? Who is telling us about their life? Now it says we can go back to page 1 to double check. So page 1 of our story, let's think about it. People think it is so easy to be a dog. They scratch my head and say, Elvis, your life is so easy. Elvis, your life is so easy. So who is telling us this story? Okay, let's do number 2. Ready? How is Elvis different from most dogs? Complete the sentence. So think in your head, Elvis is different than a lot of dogs. How? How is he different? Elvis does not like to, the mailman. Let's go to page 2. He does not like to what the mailman? This is page 2 of our story. So remember, we're trying to see how is Elvis different. He's different than other dogs because he does not like to do something with the mailman. I wake up on a cold, hard floor every day. I eat dry dog food for breakfast. Yuck. Then I have to drag myself out the door to chase the mailman. I do not want to chase the mailman. He is a nice guy. He scratches my belly. He feeds me bananas. So let's go back to our question. How is Elvis different than most dogs? Elvis does not like to the mailman, to chase the mailman, drag the mailman, or scratch the mailman. Okay, question 3. It says, look at the underlined text. So the underlined part of the story and the picture. What do you learn about Elvis? So let's see. This is the underlined part. Look at my cursor. Here's the underline. Let's read it. They want me to eat it off the floor. Gross. What does that sentence tell us? They want me to eat it off the floor. It tells us he does not want to eat the meatloaf. It tells us he does not want to hide in a closet, where it tells us he does not want to come running. What does that tell us? They want me to eat it off the floor. Gross. Okay, circle which one you think is right. Okay, question 4. Why does Elvis talk to Maxwell about his feelings? So Maxwell is a little mouse. Maxwell is his best friend, or Maxwell is a good painter. Okay, it says that we can find this one on page 4. So why does he talk to Maxwell? That's what we're trying to figure out. Finally, I talked to my best friend Maxwell. What should I do? I ask him. Maxwell lives under the dishwasher. He is a mouse. He is also a painter. Today he is painting a banana. So if you found the answer of why Elvis talks to Maxwell, I want you to circle it. Circle it really big. Why does he talk to Maxwell? Okay, let's see. So was it because Maxwell is a little mouse? Maxwell is his best friend, or Maxwell is a good painter? Okay, we have 2 more questions. Ready? Question 5. What does Maxwell tell Elvis to do? So Maxwell tells something to Elvis. What does he tell him? Complete the sentence. Do what makes you beautiful, Do what makes you you, or do what makes you happy. Now remember, even if you think you know it, we go back in our story to find the answer. So this one we can find on page 5. So let's go back. He says, do what makes you what? Okay, I'm going to start right here. You have to do what makes you happy. That is why I paint beautiful fruit. It makes me happy. Other mice look for crumbs all day. That makes them happy. You have to do what makes you happy, Elvis. So remember, if you found the answer, I want you to circle it. What does he tell him? Do what makes you Okay, question 6. Look at the events in the chart. What important events happen at the end? Choose the picture. So this is what happens first. So we see Elvis getting his head scratched. Next, we see Elvis talking to his best friend, Maxwell. What happens last? What picture happens last? Is this what happens last? Elvis chasing the mailman? Elvis looking at the meatloaf? Is that what happens last? Or Elvis laying down with Maxwell? What do you think? Make sure to circle it. Okay, give me a thumbs up when you're all done. Awesome. First grade, you did such a good job with your first story. I'm going to have another video where we read our next story called Bark Beauty. Give me a double high five. Boom. Say, I rocked it. Awesome. I cannot wait to read our next story with you. Bye, first grade.